Randall Franks, and this is Author Amblings. This week I'm sharing with you my book, Snake Oil Superstars and Me, that I wrote with Tommy Scott, Rambling Doc Tommy Scott, and Shirley Nosweiss. This was a project that was 5 years in the making. It's over 700 pages. It has some amazing stories, 90 years, better than 90 years, of entertainment in film, television, stage, as well as music and everything in between, circuses. I want to share with you a little bit about one of the stars who was a regular part of the show. Many of you are old enough to remember the days of the silent movies. You may not have been alive during them, but you knew they existed. Now, one of the great stars of the silent movie era was a gentleman by the name of Charlie Chaplin. Of course, Charlie Chaplin, along with Buster Keaton, were some of the biggest stars, Mary Pickford, of the silent movie era. Another wonderful group of comedians that worked in a lot of the silent movies was a group called the Keystone Cops. Well, one of the gentlemen who was one of those Keystone Cops is this gentleman right here, Fuzzy St. John. Of course, he went on to become a huge star in talkies, in television and films, playing sidekicks in the old westerns. Fuzzy St. John was Lash LaRue's sidekick, and he played in many movies. He did over 300 motion pictures in his career. But later in his career, he became part of Rambling Doc Tommy Scott's old-time medicine show, performing on the Scott traveling show during the late 1950s, joining in about 1956, and he actually passed away on the show before a performance in Lyons, Georgia in 1963. Fuzzy St. John got his start as a bicycle rider in vaudeville, where he would perform unbelievable tricks, which amazed most any audience. He tightened the handlebars to a point where he could turn them a bit to the left, and the bicycle would stay there. He would ride out on stage and just the right moment, jump off and send the bicycle rolling away from him at a pretty high speed. He had the bicycle set so that it would make a turn around automatically and start back toward him. When the bicycle was a few feet away from him, he would whistle, start making a hand motion and say, "Come here, bicycle," in his most coaxing voice. And then he would jump back on it and ride away. It got the audience every time. Fuzzy St. John was an amazing character actor, made audiences laugh, entertained them up to his dying day. The night before the show was traveling, doing one-night stands, the night before he passed away. He was not feeling well, but the cast carried him on the stage in a chair, and he sat there and he did his act. He was a true showman. He gave it his all everywhere he went. Of course, this is Fuzzy with Tommy Scott back in the days. Of course, you see Luke McLuke, Tommy's wooden sidekick there. Some wonderful, wonderful memories of Fuzzy St. John, Al Fuzzy St. John, right here in the book. He was a class act. He carried his own show to thousands of theaters, but in his last 6 years, he traveled and was Tommy's co-star on the show. You can learn more about Al Fuzzy St. John, Johnny McBrown, so many others who were part of the show, Carolina Cotton, some great Western stars, Tim McCoy, all who became part of Tommy's show and spent many years traveling with Tommy and made a huge impact on the millions of people that Tommy's show entertained each and every year. You can get this book by visiting us at randallfranks.com, and you can go to the Snake Oil Superstars and Me page, and you can order it there. You can go to doctommyscott.com, and it'll take you right to that page. You can also visit the amazon.com/Randall-Franks. You'll find this book. And you'll also find all the other books that we have available. I hope you'll check it out. Come back and see us right here on Author Amblings. See you next time.